our show was much more woman-centered than what I have previously seen in the Star Wars world.
What are you talking about?
What makes you say that?
I'm all the Jedi.
Do you accept my challenge?
It's a lot thicker than I thought it was going to be.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to another late night Star Wars show. We got a lot to talk about tonight. The premiere of The Acolyte has come out. We've got a 2-episode premiere with a lot of things revealed about the show, a lot of speculation going on. People have taken to the internet and gone absolutely bat-ish crazy, talking about whether this is a good show and or a bad show. I forgot to turn off my air conditioner, so if you're hearing a buzzing, that's what you're hearing right now. I apologize. But as always, I am joined by my compatriot, my co-pilot, the only man who can steer us through this mess. The Grand Moff Rissman, Darth Simpus is here. What's up, buddy?
What's going on? Lord help! If I'm the only one that can steer us through this, we've got a big problem.
We're at a bit of an impasse, I guess I would say. At this time in the Star Wars fan base, things have not gotten better. We have made requests as Star Wars fans as to what we would like to see in Star Wars, and it's just funny. They've taken different approaches with each show to different requests from Star Wars fans. We would say, give us something kind of prequel-y, and they give us The Acolyte. Give us something more serious, and they give us Andor. Give us something with original characters, and then we go to Boba Fett. And every time, it's like they throw the dart at the dartboard for what they want to do, but then they miss it completely. Does that make sense? Like, they're doing what we want them to do, they're just doing it poorly. Does that make any sense?
It does. It's like they keep missing the target, as we would say, right? It's like they're doing all these different things, like we were talking about backstage. I never thought I would miss Book of Boba Fett, right? And now I'm kind of like
you do.
I'm kind of like I'm missing Book of Boba Fett, not because it was good,
but it was better than this.
But it was fun. It was fun to watch, right? So I mean, they're just like, it's like, all these things. What's working? And now we've got The Acolyte. I'm like, is it working? We'll talk about it. But I'm like, I don't think it's working.
Rissman, look at this beauty. 218 viewers over here in the hangar bay right now because we got.
What is going on? Is there that many people?
Let's go! 218 viewers here. Let's go!
Oh no, they're going to be very disappointed, right?
I know. I should have sent this to Wicked. Just
do not come. Do not come.
218 people. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
What's up, everybody? Hello, chat. I was about to go through the chat read through, but holy cow, I can't catch everyone now at this point. Holy crap! Look at this thing go.
Amazing.
Wicked, my sister, I love you. Thank you so much for the raid. She yelled at me too. She was like, "Hey, make sure you turn that shit on before you go live tonight, because if I try to do this again and you don't do it, I'm gonna be pissed." Star Wars Dog starts off the stream with 5 gifted memberships. Let's go! Beautiful. I love it. Breezy says everyone is gay but me. I doubt that. So, I mean, the really interesting conversation we have to have right off the bat is, I mean, the easiest thing we can talk about right off the bat is, did the Acolyte do what it needed to do when it launched?
I mean, it had 4.8 million viewers. Come on, man.
All right, so let's talk about that for a second.
4.8 million viewers? That's pretty good, right?
It had 0 bots watching it. There were no bots that watched it at all. It was 4.8 million people that watched, enjoyed, and thumbs up the Acolyte. Do we think that's actually true?
I think it had 4.8 million views, but I'm not sure what it means, to tell you the truth, right? I mean, it's like...
If I had to take a guess at it, somebody like... So I've been arguing with people on Twitter for a week, okay? And like, I'm done. I'm done with Disney shills. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it because at this point, the Star Wars is already gone from the situation, right? It's already gone. There's no getting it back. So now it's just a matter of basically having fun with what's going on. But the arguments on Twitter are about fire in space, not about the rest of the fucking problems with the show. It's about a campfire on the side of a fucking starship, not about all of the other problems that have been going on with the show. They're like, they put crackling music and fucking Star Wars next to... I'm like, dude, is that really what you're mad about?
This is why I'm glad I don't...
fucking ass.
This is why I'm glad I don't spend much time on Twitter, right? It's like, this is it's just dumb, bro. It's just dumb.
Well, dumb. And they're all, I mean, and trust me, that was the big point of contention, was the crackling campfire on the side of the ship. I'm like, did we ignore everything else? Like one of the biggest arguments fans have had that they're pissed about is that people have been getting stabbed through the fucking stomach with lightsabers and surviving. And then we get a butter knife through a tit. That's the other problem, is there's 3 or 4 inches of fat there that could save you. You know what I mean? And we get a throwing knife through a tit, and she's like, "Oh, no one can save me." And that's it. We're done.
It did take her more than a few. She wasn't in it that long, so she was like in it for 5 or 7 minutes,
right?
And like a minute and a half was her trying to die. Right from the knife wound.
She was giving her best shot, right?
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
A Jedi doesn't pull her weapon unless prepared to kill. So,
but yet everyone else pulled their... I can't. I just can't on this comment. I can't. He pulled his lightsaber out for a fucking light, for a flashlight.
Yeah.
In the yard.
Yeah.
I just can't. Keep going.
So this is the hardest part for me, okay? Because like dude, this is rough. I want to like Amandla. I want to like her. I do.
She's one of the best parts of the series.
She's very sweet, right? Yeah. She seems like a kind person. This fucking mop they put on her head, I will never understand why they did that, but okay. 'Cause culture. But anyways, so we have this incredibly boring, weird, crouching tiger, hidden dragon fight, and the fucking exposition that occurs between these two. The dialogue is mind-meltingly difficult to get through. So, like, I understand writing high fantasy, right? I mean, you know, look back at some of the shit that George had his actors say. Go back to the original trilogy and you watch the special editions about what some of these actors are like. I can't say this. You want me to actually say this with a straight face? No shot. This is worse. It's somehow worse. Anyways, do we want to hear some dialogue from Acolyte?
If you insist.
Let's listen to some dialogue from Acolyte. Here we go. This is the high tense, high octane moment from episode 1. High octane moment. Here we go.
We can't hear it. I think we can't hear it. No, we can't hear it.
That's why I have subtitles on.
Okay. I thought the audio is not on. So
no, these mofos will literally, dude, I think they will hunt you down.
Okay. I didn't know
you meant them and kill you if you're playing their episode. But just for anyone that didn't see it. Oh, she stopped the blade. But oh wait.
Yeah, there it is. And she's like, what is happening right now? And then she's like, okay, I'm gonna fall down. I'm gonna still think about it.
She turns off her lightsaber, by the way.
Yeah.
I just want to pause right there. We're just gonna hold that right there, just for a second. Just for a moment. Now, am I crazy, or did they sell her as like a huge part of the show?
Well, no, they didn't. But well, kind of. She was, because they're gonna put Carrie-Anne Moss out in front of all of their marketing. So what you're saying is, yes, they put her out in front of all of the marketing. But I knew, because in the poster, in the pap smear poster, with the lightsaber and the blood
calling
smear.
Her a fucking pap smear? That shit is so weird.
No. In the pap smear, it's the lightsaber and the blood spatter. It's her lightsaber. So I'm like, she's not gonna make it. She's just not gonna make it.
Okay, I didn't expect it to happen in like the first 30 seconds. Anyways, everybody's like, this is the most retarded thing I've ever seen. But Dave Chandler for $10 says, logic loophole. If Jedi are celibate mystical knights, why is sexuality such an intense focus of the showrunners? Not looking for an actual answer, of course, just noticing the nonsense of it all. Well, to be fair, Dave Chandler, I mean, you can apply that to real life. If gender doesn't have anything to do with genitals, why are you cutting off half of your quad and sewing it between your legs to pretend like you have a penis? I don't know.
I get the feedback, but just in the first 2 episodes, it wasn't, unless I missed it. Maybe I did. It wasn't overtly woke, right? I mean, there wasn't.
No, there was, I think I counted one lesbian approach.
Because it was like, everyone was dead, your sister, your mother's. Okay, right. Fine.
Yeah.
Right?
Everyone's dead. The medic was trying to touch your boob, and you're like, hey, I'm down for a good time. I think that was the lesbian joke that we got there. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the third episode is where everyone's going to go ballistic.
This is what I'm saying. Like, I almost didn't want to do this tonight because I know that next week is just going to be a carnival. I'm so excited. Like, I'm so excited for next week because I got through my pain with Kenobi. It died for me. Like Star Wars died for me after Kenobi. And so now this is just purely for entertainment. But this bar scene in particular here is the epitome of force foo.
It's
force foo.
Not only for me is it agreed, it's force foo, but they have over the topped all of the martial arts stuff. For me, they have these first 2 episodes. Okay, I get it. You like the martial arts, right? It's cheaper to do martial arts than it is to do lightsaber things or whatever. Okay, fine. But it's like, it's too much. Get over it. It's too much.
Look at this callback. Did they have Terrace Kasi in this era? So yeah, a huge problem for me, a massive problem for me in the show is that they're relying super heavily on Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, hand-to-hand combat, which is just shenanigans. And the funniest part is, John Kokoza, by the way, if you're in the chat right now, I don't know if John's in the chat right now. John, if you're around somewhere, the shit that he's been putting out is the funniest in the world, because at the end you have the Sith Master saying, steel or laser cannot kill them. And 8 seconds ago, you threw a dagger into her chest and she fucking died. What are you doing?
And then the end of that is at the end of that is he puts out his lightsaber for no reason, right?
Yeah, he just lights up his lightsaber like Maul at the end of Solo for no fucking reason at all. Why did you... who knows? I don't know. Star Wars Dog for 2 says she would have lived if it was a lightsaber. You're right. And I'm going to pull a very, very, very old video just for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your generous contribution to
X-Wing.
Thank you.
I love this one.
That's an old one, man. That's a really old one.
I love it. I love it. But I always say it's Crouching Tiger, Hidden Jedi, right? And it's after that,
dude.
But after it aired, you know, okay, the articles come out. Oh yeah, we were totally influenced by Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I was like, yeah, we could all tell. Could you not do something original?
Shit. But here's the problem, is that so many of these people, I mean, a lot of these, I wish you could go back and you could see the bro science that I had with the Soska sisters, where we were talking about the problems with, you know, directors in Hollywood and everything that they're doing right now, is that they will take a statement like George Lucas took influence from Akira Kurosawa and samurai movies, and they'll go, we're gonna do the same thing, and then they make a fucking Japanese show. It happened in Ahsoka. Remember, there's literally a fucking dojo, and you're like, wait, whoa, inspiration, like subtlety is completely lost on you, that you're making it full-blown Japanese. And then now we have essentially, I pulled this up because this one puzzles me. Do you think they'll kill Yoda in a future episode?
No.
What?
I do think we're gonna see, of all people, I think we're gonna see Yariel Poof. You know, the big guy with the
Yariel Poof.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see Yariel Poof in the 5th episode. I do.
And then you know what's gonna happen? People are gonna say, "Hey, that was the tie-in to the prequels that you needed. Why are you fucking upset? You got Yariel Poof out of everyone."
You know, Yariel Poof, from what I understand, he's a goofball, right? He's falling over. He's not talking good, so we're gonna get Yariel Poof in this episode. In this series, I'm like, really?
They're just gonna shit on the prequels. And honestly, so I want you to the 252 people we have watching right now. Can you share with me what you said the other day about Yoda? And how this could potentially tie into the sequel trilogy, or not the sequel, I'm sorry, the prequel trilogy.
Did I say something about Yoda? I mean, Yoda's my favorite.
Is he?
Listen,
I hate this man for his takes on Yoda, but listen to this. Anybody who's watching, we have still 240 people watching here. Listen to what he has to say.
I don't know necessarily that it's a Yoda thing, but I do think we're going to see again a big Jedi cover-up. I think we're going to see in this next episode, actually, what happened with the Coven of Witches. And I think these Jedi people, these 4 Jedi that she's trying to kill, by the way, we'll go into that later. Yeah, but I think they slaughtered this Coven of Witches because they felt like they were perverting the Force. And I do think somebody in the Jedi Council is going to cover it up, whether it's Yoda, whether it's Yariel Poof, or Yaddle. Something's going to happen, and they're going to cover the shit up.
So, essentially, what we have is a show pretending to be the prequel, you know, love fest that it should be. And what we wind up with is actually damning the Jedi in much worse of a way than we could have ever possibly imagined. Essentially, they're genocidal, if I may be so bold. Are they genocidal?
They're not genocidal.
From the river to the sea, the witches shall be free. Is that what's going on right here?
They're not genocidal, but they feel, again, this is not so hard to believe, right? They feel like They are the safeguarders of the Force, right? And they're going to encounter this coven of witches who are doing things that nobody's going to like in the 3rd episode, by the way. And they're like, you know what? We don't like it either. Fuck y'all. Dead.
Do we really think episode 3 is going to be like that bad?
I really think that's why. Why do you think Torben's in the whole? He's like, you know, I can't. No one's coming. Oh, I'm gonna kill myself. And Kilnaka is hidden away. And
so anybody who doesn't know, we're talking about Torben's the guy with the really shitty beard, right?
Yeah, he's the one that was in the. There's a word for the thing that he was in.
Yeah, he was in a monk. He was in a monk vow.
Yeah, there's a word for it because it can. Leslie Headland knows all about the lore, so she brings this shit in. But okay, fine. He's there for 10 years or whatever, and he's just waiting. He's just waiting for her to show up so he can kill himself. Okay, fine, because that's what Jedi do, right?
I mean, the white guilt finally took him over.
Yeah,
and he killed himself.
They're gonna kill them. You know, if anyone should have killed himself, it should have been Yoda and Kenobi. But don't let me get into this.
What the fuck are you doing?
Don't let me get into this at this moment. But Torben's now okay. I'm gonna kill myself. You know, and then Kilnaka, they're gonna show up in Kilnaka, and he's gonna be dead. He's gonna be dead already.
We gotta hit the super chat. Dave Chandler for 5 says the line "Attack me now, Jedi, with all you have" is a Kill Bill ripoff. Tarantino has corny dialogue, but it was said in Japanese, so it's forgivable. Again, the dialogue is a massive issue, and there is nothing that turns off an American audience like doing shit like that in English. And she just.
But listen, on Dave Chandler's
attack me now with all of your.
On Dave Chandler's point, it was advertised as Kill Bill meets Frozen.
She did say that shit
many times. So,
well, thank you so much for the donation. We're gonna run another one of these, but it's the happier one. All right, so Leslie Headland has been a fucking issue for a hot minute. So first off, there's one thing we don't like. She's Harvey Weinstein's assistant, right? God knows how many women that she brought to the heels of an absolute wolf like Harvey Weinstein.
I don't like the fact that that's what she did, but it has no bearing on the series at all.
Right. Separate the art from the artist. So I will always go back and watch the original trilogy, regardless of how absolutely batshit crazy fucking Mark Hamill is gone. I mean, he's off the rails. By the way, damn it. All right. Sorry. I have to stop my rant really quick. Raider for $54.73 just drops by, sets that veiny thing on the table, doesn't say a damn word, and then drags it off into the distance. Raider for $54.73. This is for you, my brother.
Thank you.
Thank you for your generous contribution to
X-Wing.
Thank you.
Is there a relevance for 54.73 the number, or it's just a random thing?
Always. I think he's trying to figure out the tax that YouTube has, and like trying to. I don't know. It could be somebody's birthday. Maybe that's his birthday. Maybe he was
54
the 4th.
Weird.
73. I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Angmar is in the chat. What's up, brother? Everscale is here. Hello. I'm trying to say hey. This chat is moving so fast. All right, I'm gonna.
There's a lot of people here, by the way.
Yeah, dude, man, 262 people. Hello, welcome. I mean, I don't know what to say.
I hope we say something that they enjoy. I'm getting a little bit. It's a little bit.
Yeah.
The pressure.
So, anyways, moving forward, Acolyte.
Yeah.
Episode 1. I completely lost my train of thought. I've been completely derailed by the love that we're seeing here. But anyways, at the end of episode 1, I feel like a lot of people who were watching the show as Star Wars fans finally get to the end and they're like, there's one person I liked.
Who is it?
He doesn't fucking speak English. It's the Korean guy that wasn't the one guy that we like is unable to speak English. It's Soul.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what do you think about Soul? Now, wasn't there also, by the way, just to check, wasn't there an article that came out by like Variety that said Soul's inability to pronounce English completely stopped me from enjoying the show? They shut the article down and then they ran it back and they were like, he gave a much needed warmth and soul to the episode. Did you see that?
I didn't see that one actually, so it may be true. I don't know. But I do think so. He's a bright spot. I think he and Amandla are both of the best actors and actresses in this series, and I also think his character is going to be revealed to know something about what's going on here that I don't know if people are going to like what he knows or what he doesn't know or what's happening. But I do think I think he's amazing. For me, he's a bright spot of the series.
The craziest part is that this actor doesn't speak English. And if you go watch any interviews with him, whatever, I mean, they ask him in English. His translator asks him in Korean. He answers in Korean, and then it comes back.
Yeah.
Could you imagine having to do that shit in Russian for like a Russian TV show? But he pulls it off. I don't know. It's wild. And for some reason, this seems to be the only character draped in the shit costumes that they've given them in the show. And by the way, really quick, anybody in the chat, please feel free to respond to this question. Why do the costumes look like shit in this show? They're Jedi robes, just a different color. Why do they look so shitty? What is it that like bugs the shit out of me about the way these Jedi are dressed? It looks bad. Weird, off-putting, odd, unfitting, I guess would be the word. I don't know. It looks like shit. Big Rob is here for 5. What's up, Big Rob? Says, I've been coerced to say that Matt Rissman sits when he pees.
Wow.
Is that true?
No, it's not true. What I've kind of offended.
Are you? I do, yeah. Dude. It's like 2:00 in the morning. You know what I mean? It's been a long night. You've been out drinking. You got to go pee. You sit down.
I never sit to pee.
You've never sat to pee before.
I'm not a fucking woman. No, you got to stand up.
All right, but it's late at night. You're hammered, or you've gone to bed. You wake up.
That wasn't what the super chat said. The super chat said that I just sit to pee.
I'm just saying, if you've had a lot to drink, you wake up, it's 3:00 in the morning or something. You stumble to the bathroom. Do you think I'm going to stand there and pee? It's dark. I can't see a damn thing. I hear Obi-Wan use the Force, and I put my targeting computer back and I just sit down. I got to piss, man.
Well, I don't. I stand up. I turn the light on.
But then you can't go back to sleep because now your pupils are all dilated and shit.
I'm fine with that. I don't like that super chat. I don't like it at all.
Well, you're offended.
I am.
Wow. Okay. Angmar, the Witch King for $4.99 says, make obese Wan Kenobi like Chris Farley in Beverly Hills Ninja.
Oh, it's Fadawan. They're talking about the Fadawan. The poor Fadawan.
Did you know I didn't get credit for that?
I know.
I coined the term Fadawan.
It's gone viral. What you said, the Fadawan. You said the Fadawan. You did.
I didn't get any fucking credit for that. I thought I was going to get a free t-shirt from a channel or something. I don't know. Dave Chandler for 2 says they got the Jedi robes from Party City. Does it not look like a Party City fucking Jedi? It does.
Yeah. And they're supposed to look like the High Republic, so fancy. I was like, no, it doesn't look fancy to me.
Also, by the way, anybody in the chat, did you honestly, answer me honestly, did you read any of the books from the High Republic? Did you? Don't lie. Did you read any of the books from the High Republic? Wiley Dave, member for 3 months, says because the show is shit. Hasn't been great. Yeah, hasn't been great. See, we have intelligent people in the chat. This is why I love my chat. This is why we have the best chat on YouTube. Fair point, X-Wing. It is a fair point. Of course it is. Big Rob for 5 says, my mistake. It was X-Wing who sits when he pees. Sorry, Matt. Yeah.
Fair enough.
These guys got absolutely insane. They came out here. They started putting cameras all around my house. Nope. Did not. Lol, no. Did not. No. Lol, no. Heck no. Yeah. So if that's not an indication, people didn't buy the High Republic. Okay. And one of the funniest things I saw was actually an article about the High Republic in Barnes & Noble, and what happened there is that the High Republic actually didn't sell enough that they used the High Republic books as a side end shelf to sell books like Heir to the Empire. Timothy Zahn books were actually posted on top of the High Republic books to sell Star Wars in the hopes that maybe somebody would grab them. Apparently it didn't work. I did. I read 2 of the High Republic books. You have to do your homework, right, Risman? Do your homework.
Oh, no homework.
Do your homework.
Oh my
your homework. I read them, and I read the book that was supposed to be the worst out of all of them, which was the book with the rock, Geode, and the ship called the Vessel. The craziest part is that book was the book that got the most hate out of any of the books that sold in the High Republic, and it was the best book in the series. I'm not kidding. It was actually the best book in the series. I mean, mind-numbingly bad shit. But no, we need to sell that. We should put it in live action. That's what we should do. Sundowners Club for 5 says, banana High Republic Jedi robes. Yeah. So episode 1 ends. We find out that what's her name? Amanda's Zoe, Choey, Showen, OSHA. That's right. Occupational Safety and Hazard. Yeah. So OSHA.
Such a great name. Such a great name.
I mean, what a great idea, OSHA. Why wouldn't you name a character OSHA? Fuck. Has a twin named May, and May is the evil one, right? Maybe. Supposedly. Now, before we started this stream, you said something to me, and I went, shit. You might be completely right. Can you please describe to the audience here what I heard in the background? And I wanna hear what chat has to say about this.
Well,
because I'm like,
and I see Sundowners. I see Sean is here. Sundowners is in the chat.
Yeah,
he is on the same page as this, which is it's completely possible that there's just one of them, and it's just OSHA. And what we're seeing is everything happening from her point of view.
So in the Acolyte, what's actually going on is that OSHA is the only one left. And the person killing the Jedi is OSHA.
Well, she's doing it as May.
But she's doing it as May because, like you said, Risman, what did Headland say before the show came out? Watch Fight Club. She
and
said,
nothing is as
Fight Club.
She said, watch Fight Club. She said, nothing is as it seems, and everyone's like, oh, they spoiled the whole twin thing, at the very beginning. And I'm like, well, maybe they did. Maybe they didn't quite spoil it. I don't know.
So I think this whole thing that's going on where they spoil the twins and they say, oh, everybody knew what's happening in the show now because they spoiled the twins is just an absolute side route. And what's actually going on is she's the one killing everyone, blah, blah, blah. And now the reason I believe you is because they made a huge point of making sure that when the Last Jedi died,
No, don't say that.
when the Last Jedi died, the kid from High School Musical with like the modern haircut comes down and he's like, "No, I was with her the whole time."
Oh, Yord. You mean Yord?
Yord. Yeah,
Yord.
fuck. Oh my
Yeah.
god, I hate that dude. I hate
Yord.
that character more than I can tell you.
The one who was like steaming his costume. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, what the fuck is the point of that? Right? They walk in and I mean, it's not like Chris Hemsworth, right? I mean, you walk into the room and it's like a skinny fucking dude and he's steaming his uniform and like, yeah, put some clothes on. Like what like what the fuck?
I know.
Why did we do that again?
Well,
I think Leslie Hadlin was like, well, they had their scene in Last Jedi when Kylo had his tits out. I mean, we should definitely do that again.
Yeah.
Just irritating. Anyways.
Keep going.
Yeah. Let's go. So I have to go back. I have to pull up episode 2 now. And I think one of the most... That's really loud. One of the most interesting scenes of episode 2 is the Mennonite meditating, right? He's taking his vow.
Torben.
He's sitting there.
Torben.
And for some reason, they decided they should spend probably $1.2 million on a fight scene where she's fighting a fucking bubble. She fought a bubble for a solid minute and 15 seconds. They're like, this is, dude, people are going to love this. They're going to go crazy for this.
She did do that.
All right, I'm getting yelled at by Big Rob. I'm sorry. Here we go. Super chats. Dave Hales for 5 says, the older I get, the more I sit. So basically, most of the time, confirmed Dave sits when he pees. Also wrote an awesome AI Helldivers theme. So go check that out. 1 against 1,000. Type it on YouTube. Star Wars Dog for $2 says, can confirm Rob's chat.
Everyone sits when they piss.
My close group of friends literally just go to every single content creator and talk about men sitting when they pee. That's what they do. I really want them to find like a new dig where they can make fun of people other than sitting when peeing.
All right.
Sundowners Club for $4.99 says Banana High Republic Jedi robes. Yeah. The costume department, so it's so weird with this series in particular. I felt like they made strides in certain areas. So for me, the set design was much better than a lot of the series that we've seen. But then you fill that set with shit, like taco shit, and it's like, well, what the fuck was the point of the scene? It's terrible. So they failed there. Again, the music, I feel like they did a lot better with the music. But again, you fill shit characters with a perfect taco shell of set design and music, and it's still shit.
No, I agree with you. Everything I've liked about this series at face value, putting it aside that this weird theory about what's going on, put it aside. Everything else that I've liked about the series is, the set design, I like the costuming, the aliens, the music.
Aliens are better.
Everything they've done other than the story, right, has been great.
Do you remember the fucking naked mole rat from Kenobi?
Yes. Yeah.
You put that against any alien in the Acolyte.
Yeah.
10 to 15 times better. I mean,
100%.
legitimately. Like, I mean, way better. But it's the tacos filled with shit.
But again, at face value, the story sucks. The story sucks.
Trash. Chad Admiral Thrawn, a member for 2 months, says, hello, boys. Bonjour, sir. Big Rob for 5 says, I believe the topic of seated urination is more entertaining than anything that Disney Star Wars is putting out. Discuss.
Do really this many people sit down when they piss?
So I think what he might be referencing is the Roman Empire.
Oh.
So in the Roman Empire, there was a common room where men went and they sit and they pissed, and they actually used live sponges from the ocean, and they would clean themselves and stuff like that.
Okay. But I mean, do you have to sit down to piss?
You don't have to.
Okay.
It's a level of comfort thing. You know what I mean?
Fair.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was a cowboy. I spent a lot of time out there where I never got to sit to piss. I had to be out, you know, in the woods or whatever. You piss on a bush, piss on a tree. You're standing. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And so if I get the opportunity to sit, I'm like, I don't have to fucking stand. I'm going to sit down. I get piss.
Oh, I mean, it must just be a situational thing because I'm like, why do you have to sit down to piss?
You don't have to.
Yeah, but you should be standing up to piss.
Well, it depends. You know, I think it's funny. My wife would die to be able to stand up and pee,
as a male, I mean, I don't know. We can define. I don't know how we define a male these days, but as a male, you should be standing up to piss, right?
I think you should.
Yeah,
I think you should. But at the same time, if you're a tired male, don't be ashamed to sit down and have a nice, peaceful piss. Don't be ashamed to sit down and have a nice, peaceful piss. That's all I'm saying. I mean, it shouldn't we shouldn't shame our brothers if they, you know, if you're tired, it's been a long day, you've been out wherever, sit down, take a piss, have fun.
I know. I mean, if you're a guy, you should piss standing up. That's my opinion.
You can just sit down on the toilet and just pee out.
No, that's not. No, you shouldn't be sitting at all.
On the wall. Just pee on the wall.
Lord
Dennis
help.
D for $2 says the dialogue is an Eric July comic book. Blows. You know what's fucking nuts about that is that Eric July is making more money than Star Wars is making on their shows.
For sure.
Hey, look, if his dialogue is shit and he's making money on it, then Lucasfilm just needs to figure their shit out. Because George Lucas did the same thing. George Lucas had shit dialogue and made fucking ass loads of money. So I guess what you're saying is Eric July is the modern day George Lucas. So nice. Cool, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
I'm not sure that's what they were saying, but maybe.
Remrick says peeing in water splashes out. Why are we on pee?
I don't know. Let's keep going. Let's go back. Let's get back on track.
So
you
next week,
as a man, you should stand up peeing, but let's get back on track.
I am with you 100%, but I don't shame myself if I'm tired and I sit down and take a piss. I don't give a shit. Especially, well, I take that back. If there's a poop accompanying it, it's fine. If there's no poop, then it's gay.
If you're pooping, you should be sitting down and peeing. Yeah. But otherwise, you should stand up.
That's what I should say. If you have a poop that's an accompaniment, then you should sit down. If there's no poop, then it's gay. If you sit,
just stand up and piss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Wow, glad we got that sorted.
I don't know how this happened.
Big Rob for a 2 says, you think Jedi Yord Fandar sits when he pees? 100%. That is my least favorite character out of the entire show, is the Yord guy.
Yord Horde. Hashtag Yord Horde. I see it online. It's like,
I don't know. It's like, so haircuts are like the most important thing to hardcore leftists these days. Haircuts are extremely important. You could be the most hardcore, like ridiculous, conservative, redneck, insane, like backwoods motherfucker. But if you shave half your head and then like flop your hair over the other side,
it's a rooster haircut. He has
and then show up at a rally, they're gonna be like, one of us, one of us, one of us. Like that's just the way it works. And so that's why I always find it so funny in these shows where they give these people these fucking haircuts that are like, you're insufferable because your entire fucking personality is your haircut. That's Yord. That's Yord.
He's got the rooster.
There's 19 fucking tarantulas crawling around on his head. And you're like, all right. So you get past it. Okay. Get past that. And now you look at Yord and you're like, okay, what do you bring to the series? Well, you know, the weird looking half Jabba dancer palace mixed breed chick walks in and sees you shirtless and goes, "Put your shirt on. Put your shirt on."
Jackie.
Jackie.
Yeah, put your clothes on. Put your clothes on.
By the way, anybody in the chat, please feel free to respond to this. Has that been possibly the worst character out of the entire show?
I like
Jackie.
I
hate Jackie.
She's always busting on all the rest of their balls. I love that.
She just always shows up at the last minute. She's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" "Oh, there's the problem." "Okay."
and then Saul's like, "Yes, we're gonna do what she says." And then Yord's like, "Oh, fuck me again."
Well, it's so funny that like we don't like. There's no exploration between Saul and Jackie as Master Padawan. I mean, if we remember in the Phantom Menace, when the Phantom Menace begins, we immediately know who Qui-Gon is. We know who Obi-Wan is immediately. We see the relationship between Master and Padawan, and it's very clear. I mean, it's very clear.
We did see their relationship in the Jedi Temple. It's not that it wasn't established.
It wasn't strong. That's what I'm saying. It's weak.
He was
weak,
looking at the
weak writing is what I'm trying to say.
He was looking at the hologram and fixating on, you know, Osha. And when she showed up, she's like, "Why are you looking at that shit?"
Yeah, that was weird. Hey, why are you looking at your ex's pictures?
It was
Wasn't it? Why are you looking at your ex's pictures?
It was so weird. He's like, "Well, you know, I'm trying to not remake my mistakes in the past."
Yeah.
He's like, "It's just weird." It's just weird.
And then the Bat character. I'm sorry. I feel like an absolute asshole. I actually don't remember the name of the species that has the big
character. Oh, she was a type
like the Jedi Inquisitors that come in and ask her, like, "Hey,
huh?"
When they come on the ship with Yord.
Oh, she was a Tidarian with the spikes. The gal with the spikes.
No. I'm talking about the girl with the fucking bat ears.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about also.
They're not Toydarian.
No, not a Tidarian. It was her name is, yes, I know
gigantic exactly bat ears.
Yeah.
Yord shows up with her on the ship to question, and then he goes, I made night
2 years ago.
So dumb.
Yeah.
The Fatawana was coined by X-Wing during his live stream and went viral with no credit to him. Thank you! Finally! Somebody gives me the respect! Fatawan, yeah, Fatawan was, it's not like it's that original.
I'm still looking for her name because I know
who? Ferengi?
No, it wasn't a Ferengi, no.
Zygarian?
Zygarian is what Zygarian is what I was trying to say. Zygarian.
Yeah. There you go.
Mm-hmm. That had the spikes. It came from the animated stuff. Yeah, Zygarian. Right. Her name was Tassiloa.
Tassiloa. That's actually not a bad Star Wars name. That's a lot better than fucking Yord.
Yord Fundor. And you know where he's from? He's from Alderaan.
No, is he really?
Yeah, he's from Alderaan. Mm-hmm.
So, I think, we've been going for 49 minutes. This is going to be a shorter late night.
Should I do something wrong?
To ask. Huh? No, not at all. Not at all. Okay. Both the chat, Risman, what you've seen from the Star Wars discourse around this show. I actually saw
it. Everyone loves it. It's the best series ever.
That's not what I've heard.
It's bringing the fans together, X-Wing, like nothing we could ever imagine.
Yeah. So no, it's not. That has not been my experience.
Was that true? May not be true. May not.
My question would be, Disney has attempted to make a show that all Star Wars fans should like.
Which show is that?
The Acolyte.
I don't think that's true.
So they have attempted to make a show. Leslie Headland has attempted to make a show that will satiate the original fans on one side, the prequel fans on the other side, the High Republic fans at the front of the fan base.
But did she ever say that?
Yeah.
When did you say that?
There was an interview. She said, I want to placate all aspects of the fan base. I watched it today. She said, this is the prequel-y part. This is the original trilogy part. And then this is the part where, and she's talking about in the prequel trilogy, the original trilogy, when Obi-Wan says that Anakin was seduced by the dark side. And she goes, why did I hear seduced? That messes with me. Why did they say seduced? So we have a showrunner who is obviously incomparably seduced by sexuality in TV. That's what she's interested in. She wants to queer code Star Wars. By her estimations, R2-D2 is a lesbian.
And C-3PO is gay. So somehow still they're a couple. I was like, how does that work? Doesn't seem like it works, but okay.
What do you want me to do? I spent 3 years creating a Star Wars channel, thinking maybe it was gonna get better. I'm 3 years deep now. What do you want me to do? You want me to champion Leslie Headland and say she's the one making the right moves?
And again, you're gonna laugh at me, and the chat's gonna laugh at me, but I have to say honestly, I think Skeleton Crew is gonna be much better than the show. I really do.
You said Acolyte was gonna be good.
I said I hoped Acolyte was gonna be good.
You said you thought it was going to be good.
Tomato.
So you're at a wash now because I said I thought Boba Fett was going to be good. And you said, I guarantee this is a fucking fandom breaking show. And it was terrible.
Bro, I miss Book of Boba Fett so much. Just please give me Book of Boba Fett season 2. It was so much fun to watch it.
That's such a weird conversation to have as a Star Wars fan. It's like, I miss Book of Boba Fett?
100%. That was the last thing that I watched Star Wars that was fun to watch. Please bring it back.
I mean, it was shit, but at least it didn't hurt.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. It was shit, but it was fun. This is not fun to watch. I'm not like, okay, we're gonna have something fun next episode. Next episode is not fun, by the way. It's not fun. The third episode, people are not gonna like it.
You've already watched it, haven't you?
No, I haven't, but I know people who have, and it's not fun. It's not fun.
Imagine that this is the fan base. I don't have to imagine. This is the fan base. Next episode's coming out. You're not gonna like it.
No. You're gonna hate it. You're not gonna not like it. You're gonna hate it. I guarantee you will hate the third episode. I guarantee you. Guarantee you. You're gonna hate it.
I couldn't have picked something else, I could have picked any other thing. I picked Star Wars. All right, everyone. Hey, buy my shirt, Ruined by Dave Filoni. Get ready for Ahsoka season 2. It's going to be incredible.
X-Wing. I have to tell you honestly, Ruined by Dave Filoni. I get your shirt. I would I would much rather be watching Ahsoka season 2 right now.
I can't disagree with you. And I am one of the guys who was like, dude, Ahsoka fucked up a lot. It really did, because Ahsoka actually basically replaced the beginning of Timothy Zahn's Heir to the Empire. That's what Ahsoka did. It took over the beginning of Heir to the Empire, which anybody in the chat right now who's watching, if you're, you know, an EU fan, that's what he's doing. He's going to take the expanded universe, bastardize it, and make Ahsoka the person that Luke is in the expanded universe.
But you know what he didn't do? No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm just gonna
do it. Please say it. Say it.
He didn't make lesbians birth twins.
It's a lot thicker than I thought it was going to be.
I'm just sorry. There's just some things that is not necessary for me anyway in Star Wars. Why do we have to have? I just can't do it.
Next week
can't do it.
Next week on Wednesday, you and I are going to sit down. We're going to have a Wednesday late night. If you want to join. If not, I'm doing the shit by myself. On Wednesday, we're going to go over what happens in this episode. And for me personally, over the past week and a half or something like that, I mean, obviously there are people luckily I have the inside track on some people in Hollywood about, you know, shit that's been going on. This week 3, I think it's finally the end of X-Wing. I think that's it.
I think actually it won't be. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's going to be what the whole series is like based on or whatever. But I don't think it's necessary, and that's what sticks in my craw. It's like, why do you do it, right? If you're just doing it,
you know why they do it.
I know, but it's like if you're just doing it for shock value, if you're just doing it for that, we have to have this in here, and then the rest of the series goes on without it. Then why do it at all? Just don't do it.
Yeah. Yep, I would agree.
Sorry.
You're good.
It just gets to me.
Somebody end the stream. Send a $5 super chat and say Wookiee, and we can end this thing.
Wookiee.
Yeah.
By the way, he's dead. He's dead already in the 4th episode. He's dead.
There is something about next week that is just brewing inside my body.
Bro, in the 4th episode, they show up. They're like, "Oh, we're going to kill Knock or whatever." He's already dead. What the fuck?
You just blew it.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know, spoilers. He's already dead. He's dead. And guess who kills him? Who do you think kills him? Who?
Here's the bottom line. Star Wars is dead. It's been hijacked by absolute fucking tourists. The only reason my channel is still alive at any capacity is because I sit here just to make fun of it. That's it. And I know all of the people that are in my chat are here commiserating with me. As funny as it is, it's also fucking heartbreaking. Like, I have not stopped dying inside. I have not stopped being upset about this. The shit still hurts the fuck out of me. It really does. It fucking hurts. And I really strive to be like some of my other friends in the space who are just laughing at it at this point. You know, it's funny. It's a joke, whatever. I don't care. But like, it still hurts me. This is my oldest friend. I didn't have friends when I was growing up. My only friend was Star Wars. That's all I had. So like, yeah, is it funny and it's shitty and it's haha and it's Disney and fuck it, whatever? Sure. But I'm still dying Like, I'm still fucking hurt. It's like watching my best friend die of a heroin addiction. It still hurts. But
bro,
when do you make the turn of watching your friend die of heroin and then start making fun of him as he's laying on the ground, dying, bubbling from the mouth? You know what I mean?
What do you think about me, bro? I've been a fan of the franchise for 40 years. 40. 40 fucking years. And I'm watching this, and I'm wishing for Andor season 2, just because I can't do this anymore.
It's a rock and a hard place, dude. Like, I don't want to see my friend die. I don't want to make fun of my friend die. But at the same time, like, when does it end? When does it end? Big Rob for 2 says Wookiees, they squat when they pee. Ted's Weird World for 5 says Wookiees pee standing up. Resist the Woke says Wookiees. I think they want to know about Wookiees.
Hey, even Wookiees need a little love. Have you ever heard a Wookiee's fantasy? You don't want to make her angry. Or do you? Call now at 1-900.
Bro, they're gonna show up in the 4th episode. Kilnaka's gonna be dead, and guess who kills him? Guess who it is? Guess.
I don't care.
Smiley face. With
oh, of course. Mask. Yeah, no, Smilo Ren.
Yeah.
Smilo Ren.
Yeah, I'm over it. I'm kind of over it.
We're done. It was tough. Even when I hit you up today, I was like, what do we really talk about? We're going to talk about the 2 first episodes of Acolyte. You know what was fundamentally better than the Acolyte? What? And I'm wearing this shirt. Tales of the Empire.
Mm-hmm.
Fundamentally better. Mm-hmm. Fundamentally better than the Acolyte.
Bro, I would love to have Ahsoka season 2. I'm telling you.
Gross.
I'm telling you. A Kenobi season 2. I'm really struggling. I'm really struggling with the Star Wars-ish
Kenobi season 2.
Bro, it was.
What the fuck are you doing?
It was Star Wars. Is this series that we're watching Star Wars?
No.
So it's a fail, right?
All right. Yeah. No. You know, as soon as Rissman starts talking about Kenobi season 2, it's time. Do you believe? Do you believe? Does anyone believe in this chat? Do you believe? Do you believe in this channel?
Oh, we believe.
Do you believe?
Believe.
Please tell me that you believe. Believe in the channel. Believe that someday maybe Star Wars can come back. Please tell me. Anyone here? Where are you? Do you believe? Rissman, do you believe?
I believe.
Do you believe?
Yeah.
Does anyone believe? No speech? No.
I have nothing else.
You got nothing?
I have nothing.
Come on, man. Tell me you believe.
My time has come. You must continue your journey without me.
What are you? What? Master! You can't leave me.
You must believe.
Master!